Oh my gosh, I can't believe I wasn't recording. I was just sitting here doing some finishing it Friday. No, finish it February. Oh my gosh, you guys, my brain. I'm trying not to drink as much coffee. I'm trying to be a little healthier and drink some water, which means I haven't had enough coffee today. But I'm sitting here making some pockets, finishing a pile I had sitting, and I was like, dude, why am I not recording? Maybe it might inspire you to grab something and finish it. Or maybe you want to make these and you've never done it before. So here's the supplies that I've got right now. I have a glue stick. I have some liquid glue. This happens to be Gina K Designs Connect. Perfect for cardstock embellishments and die cuts. Anyway, I've got that. I have a ruler, I have scissors, and I've got this circle punch. It's a huge one. I don't know what size, probably 2-inch, but if you don't have a 2-inch, you don't need it. And as a matter of fact, you don't have to have this. And then I've got book pages. So I actually, right now, I found this book at a library in the free section. It is Madame Bovary Gustave Flaubert International Collector's Edition. Anyway, you know, it's falling apart, whatever. But I like this, and I thought I'd use it for a journal cover. But I thought I need to use some of the pages. Well, I opened this up, and I went, oh my gosh, it's rag paper, you guys. I am always on the hunt for rag paper. I'm always willing to trade stuff for rag paper. What is rag paper? It's just the paper made out of fabric many years ago. Typically, you're going to find it from 1909 and older, but the smaller publishers, they actually still use it. And it's just a thicker paper. It doesn't usually get brittle and break easily. And the way to tell, let me grab this book as well as the only other one I've got. The only other one I've got I found at a really old bookstore, 1909 rag paper. So let me just pull a piece out. So I can tell you right now, this is thicker, better quality rag paper than this. This is a lot thinner than this, but they're both still rag paper. And now, how do I know? Well, okay, a couple things. The date, if it's, you know, 1909, it's could possibly be. But the other thing is, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the lines in the paper? You've got a line here, and a line here. But then you've got small lines going this way. Sorry about my fingers. I've got scorched timber all over them. And then if you hold it up to the light, there is watermarks in there. I can't show you here because of the lighting, but I'm assuming you see those lines, right? That's how to know. So that's the 1909, and this one, I actually don't know the year. The original, I think, was 1857, but this has been changed from French to English. The translation copyright was 1949. So I don't know when this was published, but I do know it's a small publisher, and that's when you typically find rag paper. And again, can you see the lines? Can you see it? Are you able to see? There's lines running this way. And then when I hold it up this way, my window's there, I see lines running down here. So that's how I know. Now this one, it doesn't look like it has watermarks. What's a watermark? Well, let me hold it up and see if I can figure out how to tell you. It's, maybe if I find one that has a better watermark, I can actually show you. Dude, where did I put it over here. Okay. So, let's see. A better watermark. Okay. Can you see it? You can see it. Oh, you see it? Yeah. This one has watermarks in it. Now, I don't think the other one does. Does every page have it? I don't know. But I would like to have a lot of rag paper. Why? Just because I'm weird. I mean, you can do these projects without having rag paper. Seriously. But, okay, so let's take this page, for instance, and pretend we're going to use it. We're going to rip it. Okay. All right, so that's that rag paper ripping. Let's take this one. Okay, now, let me grab a normal book. How about, oh, you're going to get a kick out of this one. Oh, sorry, I cleaned my bookshelf. Look, The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss in English and French. Yeah, I was excited about that. What's the date on this one? 1967. Anyway, so look, it has it in French and then English. Isn't that cool? So let's just grab one of these, take it out. Okay. Now, let's rip this. This is a little bit thicker of a book page, but... Okay. It sounds different. It doesn't rip as straight. Okay, let's see one more book page. Let's try... let's get a little bit newer book. How about this one? Okay. A Guide to Tropical and Semi-Tropical Flora. And this is definitely a newer book. I don't know what the year is. Let me see. First edition is 1960. Seventh printing is 1967. Copyright in Japan was 1958. Anyway, I have no idea, right? Okay, so, but let's just take one of these pages. Very thick paper, okay? But let's rip it in half. Okay, a little easier rip, ripped a little bit straighter, right? Why am I doing this? Just to show you a little bit about rag paper. So now I want to take just a regular book, a thinner... Here's one. Okay. German dictionary. These are thinner pages. Rip one out. This is the last one I'll do, I promise. And let's rip that in half. Yeah, hard to rip in half. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know why I'm showing you that. What I was doing was I was sitting here working. So here's what I'll tell you. I'll put my rag paper away. Let's just grab a normal book with normal pages. I'm gonna set these all aside in my scrap bin. And here's what I did. I took 2 pages out. Okay. And then I grabbed my glue book. Oh, it's underneath stuff over here. Okay, turn the page because that's sticky. Take 1 page, get your glue, stick glue, and we're going to get stick glue all over it. Now, you can use any kind of book page, okay? Any book page. And once you have that done, take your other page and line it up there. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Push it down. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to set it aside for a minute to dry. And while it dries, let's grab our Knowing Your Name study, a study on the names of God by Sherry Wagner. And let's go to the M this time and choose a word we haven't chose yet. We're going to make our way through the end and then move on. But M, let's do maker. As you can tell, there's a lot. Psalm 121, verse 2. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalm 95, verse 6. Come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our maker. So he made heaven, he made earth, and he made us. What do these verses tell you about the nature and character of God? So I haven't written anything here because I wanted you to think about that. The nature and character of God. He's a maker. He's a creator. He obviously has inspiration, creativity, artist type things. I mean, look at a sunset. And so that blows me away. Do you have a little bit of creativity in you? You know what? That's a little bit of the Lord. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, there's that. We'll move this to the letter N. Okay. Now, grab your paper that you glued together. It might still be, pardon me, a little bit damp. But I'm going to go, it doesn't matter how big. This is totally up to you. It depends on how big you want your pocket. I'm going to take this and just go basically in half. And it's not perfect. And then what I'm going to do, how big is mine? Okay, mine is 4.5, almost, well, about 4 3/4, right around, it's almost 5 inches wide. I'm just going to snip a little bit like that. Now, bear with me here. If you don't have one of these, grab something round, anything you've got. Let's see, I've got this glue bottle, okay? Trace it, and then just come and cut it. Or don't do this at all. Totally up to you. I have been just going bloop, bloop, right? You don't have to, okay? This is so easy. Oh my gosh, these are the coolest and the most easy pockets. That's what we're making, is pockets. Just something to set aside for future journal use, right? So then grab any Distress Oxide you want. Okay, so I'll grab Scorched Timber. I want to show you the difference in color. We'll use these 2 book pages we just worked with. I'm going to come and do the edges. And then I'm going to do the top here. Okay, so that is Scorched Timber. Now, what about Walnut Stain? Let's try that. So I'm going to grab my other dauber, and I'm going to go ahead and use Walnut Stain here. Just show you the difference between a couple colors, in case you don't have them and you've been trying to decide what you want. By the way, shoe polish works. You go to, say, the Dollar Tree, their blush powder works. You don't have to spend big bucks. Do you see the difference? One is a lot, let's put them like this. One's a lot more chocolate, light chocolate, milk chocolate and dark chocolate. That's how I will explain it. Anyway, so we've got these 2. Now, what are we going to do? Well, let me show you the prototypes. The ones I was sitting here working on and realized, oh my gosh, why am I not recording? So I've got that and that. Now this one, I added an extra pocket here. So really all we're doing is just doing a little collaging. And I'm going about it the simple and quickest way possible so that I can call this pile done. Because see, I have these sitting here. I only have a few left. So really, I could come in here and now all I have left has been cut in half. These have been inked. Let's see, we're gonna create a notch in each one. And I am making sure my book page is right side up, but I don't suppose it would matter. By the way, look, we could do a deep one or a teeny tiny one. I actually like it a little more, kind of halfway between. So these just need inked up. No, they don't. Okay, I want you to look at the edges of the paper where I ripped it out of the book. Not a big deal. Let's just come in and cut that off. Although, if we didn't want to cut it off, we could come in here and rip off the edges to make both of them wonky. I like that word, wonky. See, there we go. And then this one, I will just go ahead and trim that little edge off. There we go. Okay, so those just need inked. But, oof. We'll take the two that we already have inked here. And what am I going to do? To my right, I've got my scrap paper, the bigger paper. And I'm just going to grab a couple of pieces. I just reached in and grabbed. I'm going to hold this up against here. And I want to rip starting at the top of the book page. So right about there. And I'm just going to rip sideways, wherever the paper wants to go. And then I'm going to hold it up there. And, oh, look. Okay, so I want to rip it right about there. Okay. Is it too tall? It is. So let's just rip a tiny piece off the top. All right, we've got that. Let's do this one real quick. And I think right about here. How did we do? Good. So now these are going back in my scrap paper bin. And then you could use any glue you want for this. I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue book. And I'm going to use my glue stick. I'm going to get glue all over. And then I'm going to go ahead and just pick a spot and plop that down. And I'm going to do the same thing to the butterfly one. There we go. And then plop that one down. Okay. There we are. There's those two so far. Okay. I'm going to close my glue stick, and I'm going to turn this gooey page over. Okay, now comes the fun part. Decorating. So the first thing we'll do is we'll figure out, okay, we want a focal point. I don't have, let's see. I've got a handful of flowers sitting next to me. Oh, and there's a bird and a bird nest. Let's see. Oh, look. How cool is that? Okay, we've got that. Now I want a focal point for over here. Not pink. My eye always goes to the pink first. I never go for the reds. Should we do red? No, I'm not in the mood. Sorry, I'm not in the mood. Oh, that's a big one. Should we do that one? No, see, for some reason my brain today just says, just go for the pink. And what are these? I believe these are flowers from Tim Holtz. You don't have any of these things from Tim Holtz? Okay, let me put them away. We'll do something different, just in case you don't have that. Okay, I took a stamp and I stamped it on white paper and then fussy cut. So maybe we could use something like that as a focal point. Now it's awfully boring, and that's okay. We could do something around beneath it that is colorful. You know, let's grab, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just thinking. Let's grab ink. I have a green. Grab whatever color. This is the closest one that was next to me other than those browns. And let's go ahead and, you know what we could do? Let's give the butterfly some green. Why not? Okay. Yeah, that's better. It's not so plain. Let's put this back. But you know what I'm thinking? I want a little purple. Let's grab, this purple is Simon Says stamp Orchid. The other one was Simon Said stamp, what the heck? Oh, Perfection. That's what it was. So let's get a little purple. And maybe just right there. Oh, and maybe down at the bottom. Like that. Yeah, and then what we could do is we could come down here and just give the bottom a little purple. There we go. Better, not so plain. And then, oh, the dragonfly. I do want to grab a brown. I don't care what brown. It's walnut stain. I want to go around and lightly give some of those white edges. I don't want any white, stark white. Why? I don't know. You could. Okay. So we have those two things. Now, do you have any little things like maybe stamps? Let's look at the stamps. We could do, let's cut that in half. We could do a couple stamps. And then over here, no stamps, just in case you don't have any. What is this box? No, hold on. This one. These are just little tags that were cut out of scrapbook paper. So we could go like that. So let's just give this brown real quick. We could go like that. Yeah, and then what else do I have? I've got some randomness in here. Stuff that I need to use up. Down in there are some little labels. Let's see. I don't just right away. This has green and blue. This has purple and green. I don't really see anything. Oh, there's a fake stamp. No, we don't want that. There is a sticker, or maybe there. Oh, I have some tickets. Oh, didn't even know I have those. They're not really the right color, are they? But it's just something for background. Maybe a label that kind of goes this way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a... Oh, there's some tiny ones. I could just cut those off real quick. Oh, I'm not in camera. I'm sorry. I'm just cutting the edges off of this. What is it? I don't know. It's just little pieces of paper that somebody sent me. And maybe instead of cutting the white edges off this, I'll just give it a little brown. So let me show you what I have. Just those two little things. And like that, could go there. And that, maybe there. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, so now, glue. Let's see, what do I have next to me? I've got our glitter glue. Let's just use that. So the first thing I'll put down is this. Maybe if my glue is going to come out. Yeah, it is. All right, put that on the corner there. And then that one. And this little guy. And this, maybe right there. Now our butterfly. Oh, before we put our butterfly on, I have an idea. I don't know how many fabric strands I've got, or not fabric, but not a lot. String. Let's grab a little string and let's see. Let's plop it down in the middle of the butterfly. Again, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me grab it. I just plopped it up right kind of in the middle. Oh my, stay. Maybe I'll give it more glue now that I've touched it a million times. Okay. Oh! I'm dropping things everywhere, you guys. All right, and then we'll plop our butterfly right there. And we just kind of added a little... Is that antenna? Is that what those are called? Is that the butterfly's antennae? And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm going to call that done. It's cute. Nice pocket. There we go. Now this one. We'll take this apart. I'm going to put glue on the admit one. And on this. Now, this is actually a sticker. Can I get it off? I don't use stickers very often. Aha! I got it. And then add some glue because I don't trust stickers. We'll just put that there. And this weird little green piece of paper. Maybe we'll put it over here. Now our dragonfly. So that is all I have been doing. Just kind of creating pockets. And what I'll do then is, after I have this small pile here done, I actually will take them and put them in my completed, I have a little box of completed things. And then I've got pockets to add to journals later. Now, you know, what I did have was just pieces of paper set together to finish making pockets because I only made one. I don't have to finish them. I could leave it blank like this and decorate it later when I know, you know, like, okay, say I have a journal I want it to go in. I grab this and I decorate it then to match the journal. It's all up to what you want to do. But, you know, sometimes it's just nice to have something pre-made. And I would just call this easy, basic book page pocket. Perfect for beginners. Because, you know, if you don't have all these supplies to decorate with, you don't have to. You can leave it as it is. As a matter of fact, what I was doing when I first started and I had very little supplies, I actually was just taking, I was taking book page, I'd get a free book and I'd cut out shapes of flowers or birds or different things like that. And that's what I would put on there with then a handwritten sentiment because I didn't have anything else. What am I talking about? Let me see if I can find... Oh, look at that. Okay, so here's this little bin. Can't believe I still have it. Oh my gosh, that's where all my big... That's where they went. This is not what I was talking about. That would be. See, that's out of a book page, magazine. So yeah, that's not what I was talking about. So let me see. I'm looking next to me, or well, I should say behind me here, because I thought that that's where I put them. And guess what it is? They were just down lower. I am making a mess. So here is the bin. It's book pages like that. Or like that. You just find books that are free. And then what I did was I would come in and fussy cut. And then, you know, that could go right there. And it's as simple as that. Now, the other thing you could do is take another book page. For instance, let's grab this one here. And what's on the back? Okay, I'm just going to rip a piece of this off. And we're going to rip there. I don't want any white per se. And then here, okay. So then we just go like that. And I think that's cute. And then you can grab, oh gosh. I've got, well, you could either handwrite a sentiment on a piece of paper or use a stamp. Whatever you have. So I think since we've got this ready, I will go ahead and glue this down. And I'm not gonna ink this. And I'm not gonna ink this, even though it has a white border. I am totally fine with the white border. Get it all the way down there. And then, there we go. If it hangs off the page a little bit, just cut it off. And then this could go right there. But with this, I do think I want to ink it a little bit. You don't have to. That's the beauty of this. So then, glue. And we're going to put that right there. And dun-dun-dun-dun, you have a cute pocket. Yay, another one bites the dust. So I'm going to continue to work on this until my little pile is done. And that will be one thing off of our, or my, finish it February. Whoop, whoop. And I think I'm going to do a few more with these. I don't know why I wasn't using that. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Can I ask you a favor? Can you click that thumbs up button? I don't know how to explain this, but it helps a lot. And then any video that you watch, if you want to help support me, go down and look in the description box and check out my Ko-fi site, Ko-fi. You can go to that and you can buy me a coffee there and support me, and I get 100% of the proceeds. If you want to click on that heart, you know, it's okay. If the YouTube like button is here, the thumbs up, go over a little bit, you're going to see a heart and it says thanks. That's a super thanks. If you donate that way, YouTube does take some of the proceeds, but I still get something. And anything helps. Trust me. Oh my gosh. Anything helps because it's not free to do what I'm doing. So anyway, if you cannot donate, I do not care. I just appreciate the fact that you're here hanging out with me so that I'm not by myself. So God bless you and enjoy your day. Bye-bye, guys.